Welcome to the History AI podcast, where the past comes alive with facts, anecdotes, and a dash of humor. Here are your hosts, Chuck and Marco.
Welcome back everyone to the History AI podcast. I'm your host, Chuck.
And I'm Marco. In today's episode, we will unravel the tapestry of one of America's most fascinating women, Abigail Adams.
Ah, the unsung heroine of the Adams legacy. No, not the family with the creepy hand folks. We're talking about the real Adams family.
That's right. Behind every great man is a great woman, and Abigail was certainly a force to be reckoned with.
Born as Abigail Smith in Weymouth, Massachusetts, 1744, Abigail had no formal education. Women in the 18th century weren't given the top spot in school.
But the Smiths had an expansive library. With this, Abigail self-educated, and boy, did she put that knowledge to good use.
Talking about her lineage, the Smiths were notable, but it's through her mother, Elizabeth Quincy, that we touch the Quincy legacy, one of Massachusetts' most influential families.
Yep. And did you know, Abigail's maternal grandfather, Colonel John Quincy, was whom her son, John Quincy Adams, was named after?
History has a funny way of weaving its narratives, doesn't it?
Moving on, Abigail and John Adams. A love saga that began when she was 15. They married in 1764 and shared over 1,200 letters.
Those letters. Windows into their souls. From personal tragedies to the birth pangs of a new nation. Through them, we witness Abigail's wisdom. Remember the ladies, she wrote to John. An early nod to women's rights perhaps?
Definitely. Let's take a deeper dive into that. Abigail was more than an advocate for women. She was an emblem. She stressed the importance of educating women, not just in domestic arts but in subjects like philosophy and politics.
And she had a compelling reason. She believed educated women raised better sons. Sons who would lead the nation.
Now, let's talk about her sister, Mary Cranch. She was not just a sibling but a confidant, right?
Absolutely. Their correspondence was rich with discussions about the issues of their time. Together, they influenced each other, with Mary often serving as a sounding board for Abigail's ideas.
Beyond family, Abigail had relationships with notable figures like Thomas Jefferson. Despite political differences, they shared a mutual respect. And let's not forget the rumored instance where she defended a young servant from Jefferson's teasing.
That's Abigail for you, always standing up for what's right.
When the world hits hard, hit back harder with Strike Force Energy. The zero sugar, zero calorie, power-packed energy drink additive that fuels your adventure. Just a quick squeeze turns any drink into a relentless power source. Perfect for your workout, your hike, your life. Ready to strike? Visit strikeforceenergy.com. Use coupon code UTSALAX24 for an explosive 20% off your order. Strike Force Energy, unleash your potential. Strike Force Energy, fuel the fight within you.
Welcome back. We were discussing the remarkable Abigail Adams.
Yep. A pivotal figure in early American politics, not just as John's wife, but as his advisor and critic.
And she wasn't afraid to voice her opinions. Especially when it came to women's rights.
It's fascinating how she used her influence to nudge the needle forward, even in the slightest, for women's rights during those times.
True. Now, we can't discuss Abigail without touching on her death in 1818. The nation lost a guiding star.
She witnessed the American Revolution, the establishment of the United States, and the presidencies of both her husband and son. Truly, a life that spanned monumental periods in history.
Before we wrap up, any fun facts or jokes, Chuck?
How about this? Abigail was the first lady to live in the White House. She wasn't too fond of it, calling it cold and damp, so maybe she was also the first to give a Yelp review?
Classic Chuck. On that note, it's time for us to sign off. Abigail Adams, a name synonymous with grace, wisdom, and a dash of revolutionary spirit.
Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the pages of history.